A pleasant day, class! Welcome to Horticulture module for grade 10. This focuses on quarter 4, week 1 to 2 discussion. So let's get started.
For this week, we will going to discuss pre-harvesting. Post-harvest management starts with pre-harvest management. Once the fruit are harvested, the overall quality of fresh fruit can hardly be improved, but it can be maintained. The final market value of the produce and acceptance by the consumer depends on the grower's ability to apply best available pre-harvest technology, followed by harvesting, and then to apply the best available post-harvest handling practices. Let us define pre-harvesting. Pre-harvest refers to activities on the farm or ranch that occur before crop or livestock products are sold. The execution of these activities does not only take place before the harvesting period, because most of them happen long before the period of harvest. Preparation for harvest is important to meet the best yield of the farm and for the return of investment to be assured. In horticulture production, there are different factors affecting the harvest period. Before something bad happens to your crops, take note of the following factors to be considered. First, frequency of irrigation. Second, fertilizer application. Third, pest control. Fourth, growth regulators. Let's have the frequency of irrigation. Crops vary in water and soil moisture requirements. To provide a perfect irrigation schedule for your crop, you must know well the kind of plant or tree you are taking care of. Some are drought resistant and some are not. Therefore, their water requirement varies as well. In some plants, yields decrease considerably after periods of water deficiency during production. This may not be true to other plants. That is why it is important that you study well your choice of plant so that you can come up with a perfect irrigation schedule suited for your farm. Irrigation is crucial in crop production. Not only that it affects the quantity, but the quality of fruits as well. In the study by Mitchell et al., it was revealed that deficient irrigation reduced fruit water accumulation and fresh fruit yield, but increased fruit total soluble solid levels. They also discovered that irrigating with saline water had no significant effect on total fruit yield, but moisture content of fruit was slightly reduced. Ismail et al. Also established that early morning irrigation every 3 days resulted in higher yields than daily irrigation. Correct execution of method of irrigation and proper planning of irrigation schedule is a must in every farm if you want to have the best yield. Next thing to consider is the fertilizer application. Consumers have become increasingly concerned about the quality of the food products they are consuming, especially now that we are in the middle of pandemic. The nutritive elements present in the crops for sale are now of high value for the customers since they are now becoming more health conscious. The use of fertilizer plays a vital role in meeting this demand of the market. Fertilizers are used daily by farmers and families to help crops and gardeners grow. Whether for a small garden or flowers and plants, or a large farm with thousands of acres of crops, a wide range of fertilizers have been developed to help different crops grow in different soil and weather conditions. With the global population steadily growing, it is important that enough crops are produced each year to provide food, clothing, and other agricultural products to people around the world. Some crop growth depletes soil nutrients after just a few seasons of planting. fertilizer plays an important role in providing crops with the nutrients they need to grow and be harvested for nutritious food. Fertilizers are essential to the security of the world's food supply, and they must be used properly if your goal is to provide the demand of the market. Next is pest control. To maximize the growth of the desired crop, we try to eliminate organisms that we considered pests. From the previous quarter, we learned that pests reduce plant density, can cause plant stunted growth, and their death cause lower production capacity, damage berries, and in many other ways reduce the yields or quality of agricultural products. All of these effects affect your business in terms of the production and harvest. In order to yield best, it is imperative that you execute proper pest control as part of your pre-harvesting practices. Next consideration is growth regulators. Plant growth regulators or PGRs are small, simple chemical produced naturally by plants to regulate their growth and development. They are natural regulators which are produced by the plant itself, and also synthetic regulators. Those found naturally in plants are called phytohormones or plant hormones. There are 5 groups of plant growth regulators or PGRs used in fruit crops. This includes number 1, auxins. These are growth-promoting substances that contribute to the elongation of shoots, but at high concentrations, they can inhibit growth of lateral buds. Auxins usually found in the apical meristems. This is an illustration of how auxins affects the plant. Next is gibberellins. Gibberellins promote cell elongation, shoot growth, and are involved in regulating dormancy. This is an illustration of how gibberellin works. Third is cytokinin. Cytokinin promotes cell division. It involves in branching and stimulating bud initiation. It is a plant hormone that stimulates cell division to grow roots, fruits, and branches. Fourth is abscisic acid. Abscisic acid controls the dormancy of buds and seeds. It inhibits shoot growth and is involved in regulating water loss from the plants. This is an illustration of how abscisic acid works. Fifth is ethylene. It promotes abscission of leaves and fruits, inhibits shoot elongation, and inhibits lateral bud development. This is an illustration of how ethylene works. Let's go to pre-harvest activities. First, selection of appropriate crop and its variety of cultivation. The selection of appropriate crop should be made keeping in mind the various factors such as nature of soil, environmental conditions, irrigation facilities, etc. Number 2, use of high-quality seeds and healthy saplings. Number 3, treatment of seeds before sowing. This is necessary to prevent seed-borne diseases in the plants. And number 4, proper preparation of soil for sowing. Fifth, choice of most appropriate time for sowing. Sowing the seed too early or too late results in poor crop yield. 6. The seed should be sown properly and with proper spacing. 7. Sufficient and timely supply of irrigation water. Number 8. Application of sufficient quantities of right type of fertilizer so that adequate quantities of nutrients are available to the plants. Number 9. Proper control of weeds. Number 10. Protection of plants from disease and harmful insects. Preparing your equipment for harvesting. Aside from preparation of the farm and the crops to be harvested, it is also essential that you prepare your harvesting equipment. Farm equipment maintenance is not a one-season activity. Caring and maintaining of farming machinery is a continuous year-round job. It shouldn't be neglected even during the busiest days within a season. Number 1 is engine checks. Routine inspections or checks and maintenance throughout the year is not time-consuming activity. A routine and quick inspection is enough to catch any awaiting problems that may require immediate fixing. Schedule a comprehensive timetable that will help your preparation prior to harvesting of the yields. Failing to perform a series of maintenance and inspection may result into equipment malfunction at a critical time. If equipment fails, it can be devastating to the farming business. Another preparation of your equipment is a plan for your equipment preparation. Annual machinery and equipment preparation is a comprehensive activity that can be made easier just by thinking back and then planning ahead. Use an equipment management system. Whether you use a simple Excel spreadsheet or proprietary software, having at least a place to track and store documents of your equipment preparation progress is very critical for organization purposes. Use such management system on each step of your equipment preparation plan. Next is access your inventory. Take stock of the number of pieces of equipment that are found in your farm using your equipment management system. Take record of all the harvesting season equipment. This will help you realize to what extent is your undertaking going to be. Know how many have computerized systems and how many do not have, so as to determine the performance of each tool and the extent of the servicing. Next is recall past issues. Think back and try to recall of any previous issues with each equipment in the previous season. Note the issue in your inventory. This will help you prepare your equipment well since the previous problems are well known to you. Next is know your input. Getting your equipment ready before harvest requires both money and time. Thus, it is very important to determine prior how much you are willing to invest into pre-harvest equipment, maintenance, and repairs. To figure this out, think about the following. How much money can I spend to hire someone else to do the job? How much is my time can I commit into preparing my farm equipment? Next, how much money can I spend to hire someone else to do the job? Is there an alternative way to pay or servicing, example through barter or trade? Your answers in the above queries will inform your decision and perhaps give better idea on how to allocate scarce resources and where gaps exist that will require further help. Develop tools preparation checklist. Once you are done with the overall assessment of your farm equipment preparation project, start executing the task. Have a multi-point checklist. This is the best approach. It should include the following categories: inspecting equipment, preventative maintenance, testing equipment and system diagnostics, and of course, cleaning equipment. Let's have preventative maintenance. Preventative maintenance has many goals, which includes reducing the likelihood of pre-harvest equipment failure, avoiding unexpected equipment breakdowns, extending the life cycle of equipment, maximizing on the equipment's value, and saving time by planning and scheduling ahead. Equipment cleaning. Prepare your equipment for harvesting by thorough cleaning. Don't let dirt, oil, or mud get caked onto your farm equipment. That can result into difficulty in conducting thorough maintenance and inspection. When you are cleaning the farm equipment, make sure you tackle the exterior, interior, and all equipment and internal components as thorough as possible. Third, inspecting your farm equipment. Working on farm tools piece by piece is the easiest way to execute inspection plan. Inspect each piece at a time and get ready for harvesting. Testing equipment and system diagnostics. Check for any signs of wear or your farm Check on any signs of wear on your farm machinery. Know the state of the equipment as is and identify any faults or malfunctions. Store equipment in a rust-free areas as well. Test all your equipment before use. Check the following among other that they are working well. Lights and signals, leaks, sounds, smell, any unusual smell. For your performance task, on a clean sheet of bond paper, express your insights about pre-harvesting activities and the factors affecting good harvest through a slogan or collage. Please be guided of the following criteria of grading. Criteria are relevance, 10 points if the material clearly shows strong relation to the topic, 5 points if the material lacks relevance to pre-harvesting practices and factors affecting good harvest, 3 points there is a little relation to the topic. For originality, 10 points if learner's idea is uniquely expressed through the output, 5 points if the manner of expressing the idea is common, 3 points if the output is copied from existing work. And for creativity, 10 points if artistic expression of idea is evident and remarkable. 5 points if there is a need to further improve aesthetic aspect of the output. 3 points if the work lacks artistry. You are now ready to take the formative assessment. True or false? Carefully read the statements with understanding and judge as to whether they are correct or not. Write true for every correct statement, otherwise write false. Number 1, equipment must be prepared and checked on regular basis. Number 2, quantitative losses take place when attributes of the crop do not reach the standard for marketable produce. Number 3, fertilizer plays an important role in providing crops with the nutrients they need to grow and be harvested for nutritious food. 4, whether you space the seed well or not does not affect the quality of crops produced. 5, preventive maintenance of equipment help extends life. Number 6, growth regulators are very helpful in promoting quality crops and plenty of harvest. 7, insects are the only pests that must be eliminated from the farm. Number 9, most of the pre-harvesting activities takes place long before the time of harvest. Number 9, there are 5 groups of growth regulators essential in plant development production. Number 10, crops vary in water requirement. That is why farmers follow an irrigation schedule applicable for all types of crops. These are the answers. Number 1, true. Number 2, true. Number 3, true. Number 4, false. 5, true. 6, true. 7, false. 8, true. 9, true. And 10, false. I hope you got it all correct.
Thank you for listening. Have a nice day! I hope you learned something from this video. For more videos and updates, don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. God bless everyone!